Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be talking about Bitcoin and where it could be heading next. So we'll start from the bigger time frame. So with Bitcoin, we've been trending in this channel. So as you can see, every time we touched these points, we've seen a movement, and at the same time, when we've reached this bottom point, we did see a reaction to the upside. But the key things to look out for at the moment is probably this midline. So this is the interim support and resistance, and as long as we are below this, I think we are down to test one more time. But if we do potentially break above, maybe we'll test the upper channel one more time. And with the recent price move, it's not looking too bad. So as we can see that we can currently see a 5-wave move, 3, 4, 5, and if we can successfully have a ABC correction, not exactly sure where the ABC will end, and as long as we hold above these key levels, so as long as we don't break below 53.7, 54.774, 55.482, so these are the key levels to look out for at the moment. And if we do break below, we can expect a further downside. But if we do create a successful ABC correction after the 5-wave move up, this could be the wave 1, and this is the 2, and we could see a third wave up, and so on. But for now, we'll be looking out for this corrective rally and see if we can hold these levels. But if we say that we're breaking down to the downside, where could it be heading next? I'm actually going to take you to my trading view chart. So this is just pretty much the same, but it's just a bit more and more drawings on it. So yeah, as we can see, we've been testing, and we did break through this resistance slash support a little bit. We'll see where the candle closes with the daily chart today, but like I said, we did see the 5-wave move up, and now we will be looking for the corrective wave, and as long as we hold these 3 key levels, I think we'll see another leg higher. But back to the original point, if we were going further down, where we could be heading next is, take you to the weekly chart. So yeah, so I did draw a support level between 38 and 45, I'd say, and this will be a key level. As you can see, we did see a reaction when we touched this point, reaction here as well, reaction, and then we also had this small consolidation when we tested this level going up. So yep, so if we decide to break further, I'll be looking at this key level of between 37 and 45. And the other interesting thing is, if we draw if you can see this trend line from the 2017 high, touching all these points. So if we're looking at all these points, we're touched here, touched here, touched here, touched here, and when we broke below, that was the signal for the bear market. So coincidentally, the level that I pointed out earlier between 37, 38 and 45, this will be the big level to look out for. And if we can see well, I expect to see a strong bounce from this level because a lot of traders will be looking at these levels from what we can see. And if we successfully see a strong reaction from here, we are probably going to test higher. But if we don't, and we don't hold the support, I expect us to test a bit lower. So there are some key levels here, maybe around 33, 30 and 33, and worst case scenario, and no one believes this will happen, but honestly anything is possible, so maybe we could test this lower channel as well and then see a massive rally up. So I guess we'll be paying attention to the short-term moves. If we can hold and break above this channel, so if we do break above 60,000, yep, bulls might be back, but to confirm that, we still have some levels to clear. So, and as you can see, we did have a strong bounce in the 50 EMA, and I mean this strong bounce was due to the CPI data coming out well, but yeah, we'll see what happens, because obviously the rate cut is happening next week as well, which will create a big move up or down for the market. And just to quickly go through that is we have seen in the past in rate cuts there's been some big moves. So for example, going back to the 2019, oh, why does this not go back further? Sorry, 1 second, I'm just going to the BLX chart. Yep. So just going back to these charts, we saw Bitcoin when we had a rate cut. When we had a rate cut, market ended up moving down. And I'm not saying this is going to play out, but I have seen a lot of news that people are taking this into consideration, because if you look at the stock market, actually, because we have more data, like Bitcoin hasn't been around long enough to have previous datas, but we can see that in 2020, when the Fed started cutting rates after we've been in a high interest rate for a while, we saw a massive move down. And same as here for the 2007, we saw a massive movement towards the downside when the Fed started cutting rates. So, like I said, a lot of investors are eyeing out, so the rate cut will be around here, and a lot of people are speculating that we might hit lower. And honestly, I think that is a higher probability because just the general stock market is very overextended, in my opinion at least. We are currently at the top of the channel of that started from 2008, and we saw that we briefly broke above it. We failed to capture it and we rejected. And maybe this is the final bounce before we see a movement towards the downside, but I mean, there has been cases where this wasn't the case. So for example, the 2019, when the Fed cut the first rates, yep, we did see a brief move down here, but we moved up, and then the next rate cut was the big move down. So we could see a similar case where we don't see a significant move on this first rate cut because it's only 25 basis points, but maybe in the second rate cut we might see a bigger move. So maybe like it did in 2019, maybe we see a slight move down, up, and then maybe in the next rate cut we see a movement down. But yeah, so there will be some big movements happening in the markets for the next week, so I'll try to keep you guys updated, and let's see how Bitcoin plays out and see if it can have a successful correction and hold these key levels and make us move higher. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C, and hopefully we hold these levels and then see a move higher. But yep, thanks for watching. That's all for today. I'll keep you guys posted in the next video. Thanks everyone. Bye.